Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I am honored to be presenting this research abstract in front of you today. This research abstract is not only about a very important pressing matter, but it is personally very meaningful to me. So let's begin. I would like to start by reciting this verse from Allama Iqbal's poem Mazhab. अपनी मिल्लत पर क़यास अक़वाम मग़रिब से ना कर, ख़ास है तरकीब में कौम रसूल हाशमी. My topic for today is healing generational trauma in Pakistani culture, reclaiming Islamic parenting values for national renewal. Let's start by understanding what generational trauma is. It is when someone who experiences trauma like abuse can suffer from lifelong effects, effects like anxiety, shame, depression, substance abuse, and risky behavior. When that person has children, the impact of the trauma can affect them. Parents may develop a negative authoritative style or project their trauma on their children. As a result, the child develops a trauma due to growing up with a traumatized parent. This is generational trauma, as the effects of trauma are passed on through generations. Parenting is one of the most challenging yet fulfilling roles a person can have. But in today's world, where societal pressures are overwhelming, many parents feel lost. Despite the beautiful teachings of Islam guiding us to raise our children with love, compassion, and respect, countless families in Pakistan are struggling to find a balanced approach. My research objectives: to reference insights from Allama Iqbal on reclaiming the Islamic values, to explore how generational trauma and cultural norms shape parenting styles in Pakistani families, to highlight the disparity between cultural practices and the true spirit of Islamic teachings on parenting, to promote a return to the prophetic model of parenting characterized by love, compassion, and respect. Today, we are diving into a topic that hits close to home for many of us: how generational trauma, cultural traditions, and distorted religious values are affecting contemporary parenting practices in Pakistani families. This discussion is based on a study that explored the dynamics shaping modern parenting and how we can find our way back to the authentic teachings of our faith. This is a serious matter because they can impact the mental health of our next generation, obstructing them to reach their true potential. My research methodology included qualitative approach based on insights and data gathered through years of my teaching experience, literature review, analysis of Islamic teachings on parenting, Iqbal's writings, and cultural parenting models, interviews and case studies, collected first-hand insights from parents and families belonging to different backgrounds to understand their challenges and experiences, starting with my own family. Compare comparative analysis. Examine traditional Western and Islamic parenting models to identify gaps and potential solutions. The research found that despite the profound teachings of Islam and the exemplary model set by Prophet Muhammad (SAW) in raising children according to Deen Fitra, a path of love, compassion, and respect, many parents feel overwhelmed. Societal pressure often pushes them to follow outdated practices that prioritize cultural norms over the true spirit of Islamic values. An example here could be a common misconception where disciplining children means using harsh words in disrespectful tone. Young parents, when they realize that there is something wrong, look towards Western psychology instead of prophetic way. Key findings are generational trauma, cycles of emotional distance and misunderstandings passed down through families, cultural confusion, parents swinging between outdated traditions and Western models leading to inconsistent parenting practice, lack of strong Islamic grounding. Cultural norms often overshadow Islamic principles of parenting. Allama Iqbal's perspective, importance of turning to faith instead of Western ideologies for guidance. As a result, children are subjected to constant comparison, harsh criticism, and pressure to achieve early success. Their role models, the parents, are often left feeling confused, anxious, and disconnected. We have seen that many parents, in an attempt to do better, find themselves swinging between traditional approaches that may neglect a child's emotional well being and Western models that may not align with Islamic teachings. Allama Iqbal warned us against blindly adopting Western ways of life and urged us to turn to our faith for guidance. He spoke about the dangers of relying on flawed cultural norms that distance us from our true principles. Our study references these insights, particularly from Iqbal's poem Mazhab, highlighting how cultural habits, when not rooted in strong Islamic values, can lead to confusion and disconnect. The implications are on self, the need for spreading awareness and understanding of what generational trauma is, in what ways one is affected by, and how to heal. On parents, need for education on true Islamic parenting values to break the cycle of trauma and confusion. On society, fostering spiritually strong, confident children who can lead a brighter future for Pakistan. Long term impact, a shift towards balanced, compassionate, and faith driven child rearing practices. But let's be honest, breaking away from these generation cycles isn't easy. Many parents want to change, but without clear guidance, they find themselves caught in the middle, unsure of how to bring Islamic values into their homes without feeling pressured by society. This study has shown that these generation cycles often create emotional distance between parents and their children, leading to misunderstandings and unhealthy family dynamics. We see parents who genuinely want the best for their children but don't know how to navigate these challenges. So, where do we go from here? We need to have open conversations about these issues and educate ourselves on the principles of Islamic parenting. Let's take inspiration from the wisdom of our faith, the insights of Iqbal, and our own desire to build better relationships with our children. It's time to nurture a generation that's confident, capable, and spiritually grounded, one that can lead our nation towards a brighter future. Conclusion. The study emphasizes the need for a return to prophetic model of parenting, promote kindness, wisdom, and respect, urges parents to break free from outdated norms and seek guidance from Islamic teachings. Reclaiming Islamic parenting values can lead to healthier family dynamics, confident children, and a stronger spiritually rooted society. Call to action. Encourage parents, educators, and community leaders to advocate for and adopt these balanced parenting practices, create interesting content to guide and spread awareness. Jazakallah khair.